on Norodom Boulevard, which is a main street, and it runs down that end. You go down there like about 1.5 kilometers. There's Wat Nom, which is really the birthplace of Phnom Penh. No, Wat Pen. Wat Nom or Wat Pen. I always get it wrong. I've been wanting to film there, but it's been closed because of COVID, and that's why the streets are looking so empty. I've just been walking around and there is nobody around, which is good that people are taking it seriously and acting responsibly. If you go down this way, down Norodom, you can see there, I don't want to step out into the traffic, the famous Independence Monument. So quite a main thoroughfare, very busy in rush hours especially. But my interest is in two streets and one street that I need to get from one to the other. And that's 184 Street, which is where I've always stayed in Phnom Penh, and I've been here about 6 times, periods of up to 3 months. I love this area. It's just beautiful. And it's definitely on the move. It's going up. It's gentrifying. There's a haircut barber place here. $5 for a haircut. High end. Slightly strange vibe inside. Num Tok noodles, which I've filmed before. So you can see that in cost of living in Phnom Penh, and also Phnom Penh goes quiet. Very, very good. And this crema coffee here I really like. And I would have done a little segment on them, but for the fact that the woman who's usually there, who's so sweet and lovely, isn't there today. So I've tried to film her a couple of times before, but then although she doesn't mind being filmed, it hasn't worked out. Here's a Cambodian little cafe. I had a lok lak in here. It was good. Lok lak, a Cambodian dish. And plantation over here. Now if you really want to get away from it all, want to step out of the urban environment, you can just come in here. It's just gorgeous. Courtyard. And this pond here. There's always an art show going on. I'll just do this.
Temperature normal.
Temperature normal, okay. That's good. Yes. Can you?
No. No camera.
No camera? Okay, no camera. Well, I'm not going to film in here today, although I have filmed in here previously. You can see it in the interior of this in Cambodian Art School, and also in P Gallery 282, 2 other videos on my YouTube channel. So that was just that particular guard, you know, he said no filming. But the nice thing about that, there's a restaurant in there and there's a pool. The public can use the pool, but you have to pay unless you buy $8 worth of food or drink, in which case it's free. And here's a sign of the future of the area. I haven't been in here yet. Noir Coffee. That's just opened in the last 3 or 4 months. And over here, what we have is a Cambodian nightclub. Now, what do I mean by a Cambodian nightclub? It's closed at the moment because of the little COVID outbreak. But this is a nightclub where Cambodians go to and have a good time. It's not that Westerners can't go there, anyone could go there, but it's Cambodians who are interested in Cambodians. There are places that Westerners can go to hang out with other Westerners or to meet local Cambodians, and fraternise in whichever way. But that's, you know, a Cambodian place. And this building here, it's been renovated once again. I've been in Phnom Penh 5 or 6 times, and over that period I've seen this building go through 3 changes. In its last incarnation, it was a very exclusive, high-class club for rich Cambodians. I never tried to go in there. But it seems to have closed down, and it's being renovated once again for something else. And next to it is where I'm staying, Sweet Home Boutique Hotel. Great little place. I call it my home in Phnom Penh. And we have this sandwich place, which is in cost of living in Phnom Penh. I get a pate sandwich here. No one speaks English, but I just point to that little baguette. They'll make a pate sandwich, which is $2. It's extremely good value. Tasty and nutritious. I'm not sure what that is, something like meat. That almost looks like cheese. Just toasted the bun a little bit with a baguette. A little salad like coleslaw. And I find that is enough for 2 meals. So that's $1 a meal. So there's that little lunch bar, breakfast bar also, open all day from around about 7 a.m. Come up here, let's take a look inside. Thank you. What I've found at in Vietnam and Cambodia, the tendency is towards sweetness, so you might get more like a sweet chili sauce. So then the bitter taste is much more Western. And we look inside here. This isn't quite the normal because you usually get greens in there too. However, I'm sure it'll be good. And I won't trouble you with my eating. I shall eat this and then we'll continue our quest along the block and up the road to Street 240. And here's the jewelry. And almost right next door to the Sweet Home Boutique Hotel is Fat Passion. So let's go check them out. Just coming to see what you've got. You were around there last year, weren't you? Fat Passion.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I remember going past and you were closed. I thought, what a great name, Fat Passion.
Yeah.
We are open, but we don't do we only do takeaway now.
Yep, okay. I'm not buying today, I already ate. But you got truffle pasta with butter sauce, $18. Smoked salmon with cucumber, a great 12. I saw one up the road for 14. Maybe I'll try that. Because you're right next to I'm just staying there.
I've seen you around.
Yeah. Signature board, barbecue platter, house marinated village chicken, $12. Mama wings, meatless, so you have vegetarian, and you have seafood. Fat Passions, young chef serves a polygluttonous feast of fusion. So your fusion restaurant,
Yes.
Cambodian and Western?
No, it's kind of Chinese cuisine and
Chinese, okay.
yes, and Western.
Chinese and Western, okay. I'll just take a quick look here at the little few things down here. Listen to that sound change. And you put your motorcycle helmet there. All right, thank you. I'll try your salmon.
Of course.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hope to see you soon.
Couple of days,
Have a good day.
3 or 4 days maybe.
Of course.
We're now looking in an easterly direction down 184 Street, one block. And that's where I came from, walking up this way. That is westerly to the riverfront. There's the corner of the Royal Palace, so the Royal Palace stretches one block that way to the riverfront. There's another block this way, which is where we're going. And down there, I'm guessing it's south. And this is usually a very busy little thoroughfare, right down toward the city. And the direction that we're proceeding in then is north. And that would be north toward the Mekong River, or right where the Mekong actually splits up into 4 parts. So the closest part of the Mekong up there would be the Basak, or Basak. Here we have the salad offering 20% discount. What I usually get is a crispy chicken salad. Very good value, very good. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to be adventurous. I'm going to try a taco, a beef taco. So let's go and see what happens. Right, I ran out of memory on my photo card when I was in here in the salad. I was ordering tacos, so I couldn't actually get the video. The meal, it was okay. I think the Mexican food here isn't great. It's nowhere near as bad as New Zealand Mexican food. Not as good as Vietnamese Mexican food, and I think that may be because Mexican food probably hasn't been around in this part of the world very long, and they've yet to work their magic on it. So I would imagine that at some point in the future they'll come up with some Indo-Chinese variation on Mexican food, which will be very, very tasty and very nutritious. And onward up we go. I don't know the name of the street. And right at the end of the block, this is the other end of the back of the Royal Palace. And this is Street 240. Some good food places down here, and there is an interesting looking pagoda down there. And further up this thoroughfare, which I don't know the name of, it's quite interesting. There maybe about 300 or 400 meters further on, there's a lot of street vendors. So let's confirm that. Street 240. Okay, that's how they do it here. They don't say 240 Street, they say Street 240. This is a very nice area, sort of boutique-y. It reminds me of Parnell in Auckland in the early 1970s, about what was good about it, in the summer of course. And we'll see what we can do in the way of exploration. Spa. No, I don't want that. There's a few clothes shops around here. Cotton hand-woven face mask. Oh, there you go. Cotton hand-woven face mask for $1 US. Men's shirts. These are little scarves, which are a feature of Khmer clothing. Now these are basically handmade, which is good. Better than buying jeans, actually. I think they're expensive. Yeah, $25. Handmade in Cambodia, fair trade Cambodia. And I think that if you buy them, they measure you up, and so you get them handmade. I think they're pretty good because I have a particular style of trouser that it's okay, but I wanted to get something different. Hello.
Yes, sir.
How are you today?
Good, thank you. And you?
Good. I thought I'd just take some photos.
Ah, yes. Please.
Okay.
Please take your time.
Thank you. Show the world. Show people on YouTube. So this is a fair trade shop.
Yeah, it's a fair trade shop.
And you make for, you have like disabled people that make the product?
Yeah, we do like all of this stuff is made by our disabled artisans.
Yes.
Yes, and
Disabled Cambodians.
yeah, and
Like people who may have stood on landmines or something like that?
no, like a group from Smart Craft group. They do like all this upcycle
okay.
thing from
And-
car tie and cement sacks like
And
that.
what is this here?
This made from tamarind tree with a
Okay.
yeah, with a vintage.
It's a little bowl, you could put fruit in it?
Yeah,
or...
yes, sir.
Okay. And there's these interesting fabric bags. What else can we see? Oh, look at that. Wow. Oh, look, Vietnamese language. Little handbags. This is nice music. Similar colours to tapa, Polynesian tapa. And there is a connection. I won't go into it now. Maybe I will in future, in a future video. Just little notebooks here. Bright colour. Yep. Looks like a stylised pagoda, doesn't it? It's pretty cool. Whoops. You don't want to come into a shop and make a mess. Typical man. Oh, and this one here. This looks much more Khmer in design. Definitely has Khmer language on it. So this is a little sealed. Fans, smaller notebooks. And here we have kimonos. What do they cost? Kimono. Let's have a look. $35. Okay. Here's a kimono. So, it's better than going to a shopping mall. You know, of course they have them here, you can go there. The chief advantage of a shopping mall is that it'll be air conditioned. That looks like a kimono. And what's the name of your shop?
A.N.D.
A.N.D.
Stand for artisan and designer. Artist and designer.
Artist and designer.
Yeah.
A.N.D. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you again. I'm going to come and buy those trousers up there one. Maybe next week.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is fair trade. All right. The Belgian chocolate shop. Okay. They know all about that sort of stuff here, having been colonised by the French. Oh. Now this place here is really good. It's upmarket. You get well-heeled Cambodians and Westerners coming in here. Let's have a look at the menu. All-day breakfast. The David Beckham, forget about that. The Gerard Depardieu. The Mad Max. Grilled salmon steak, $14.75. Beef lock-lack, $9.75. Yep, okay. Vitamins and fibers. So you can see the prices are Western. Just having a look right now.
Yeah. Right.
And what's this place called?
Yeah, I do bakery, cake, juice, drink, coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Maybe on Wednesday I'll come.
yeah.
I know what I want, but I don't have enough on me today for the salmon.
Yeah.
You have the salmon? I've had it
Yeah,
before here.
I do all the menu. I do all.
Okay. All right. See you advertising your shop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye-bye. That's what, sometimes I get a hankering for Western food. It's also very nice in there. It's very, very comfortable. So if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed by the outside world, you can go in there and it's a really little peaceful oasis. A lot of these places are closed today. How unusual. Mekong quilts, they're quite good. This place in here is very good, but it's an antique place. They have beautiful stuff, but I've been in there before. They won't let me film. They won't let me video in there. And then we get over the road some pretty flash apartments. So you see here, no mask, no entry, and just to underline that, they're closed. But these are the sort of clothes they have. Le Girard Bleu. Also closed. This is very unusual. I'll make this video as is, but I am going to have to come back and show you some of these wonders along the street. This is a big shop. And we go on. Here's a Freebird up here. It's a sort of a bar, food place. Very sort of catering to Westerners, American. I don't live there. The prices are too high, so I don't bother with it. And more apparel. Women's apparel. And these scarves, which are a real feature of the way Cambodians dress. Hello, how are you? Good, thank you. Little bags. Plenty of colour. Are you allowed to take Buddhas out of the country? I don't know. You could probably take rabbits out and elephants. You'd have to check on that if you want to buy Buddhas, whether you're allowed to take them out. This is Artisan made. Probably all of them are. This here is a representation of a wat. And we get various Khmer. That's definitely referencing Angkor Wat and the high period of Khmer culture. Not that it's low now, it's still a living culture. You could say that was when it was at its most imperial, and I think Angkor Wat at the time was the largest city in the world. Had massive supported by hydraulics, massive hydraulics engineering work to get water in there. This is that Freebird place. Don't bother with it. Engineering, both for practical reasons of making the land productive enough to produce enough food to support a city of that size of 1 million people. But there are also ritual aspects involved in the hydraulics and waterworks in Angkor Wat that referred basically mostly to Hindu. And this is great. This is D's Books, which is a very good second-hand bookstore. I'm not going to buy anything. There's only one book I'm looking for, and it's a rarity. It's a book on Khmer myths and legends, which is apparently very important in determining the Cambodian national character. This book looks very good. Second hand, $16. So it's priced according to its perceived worth. Definitely for the foreigner that's interested. We won't go further in, but it goes way back, and then there's that doorway back there, but just behind the sign on the left-hand side, there's a whole room full of books, and that's stock that's just waiting to be. Came by here yesterday, and I saw a woman creating these. I didn't have my movie camera with me, my video camera, so I didn't film the encounter, which was absolutely great. I told her to come back today. Of course, we have a Buddha. It's very hard for them to find employees if they don't have Buddha. Little shrines to Buddha. That's the woman there, and she's walked away, unfortunately. I'm sure she'll come back. She's very friendly. Very approachable, speaks English very well. Oh, this is a nice little... You don't mind if I film you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
So you were making these yesterday, these boards, you sell them here,
Yes.
and they look pretty good. And this is your shop?
Yes, this is
And
my
do you
shop.
live up there?
Yes.
Oh yes,
I
that's
do.
normal. That's normal, isn't it, in this
Sorry?
part of the world, where you have a shop downstairs and live upstairs?
Yeah, I think this will make us save a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 And how's business during the pandemic?
In the last 10 months, it was really low.
Yes.
minus zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's really impossible to keep actually business open, but we try our best to keep
Right.
going.
Oh, many people are hurting
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yes.
You know, it's just how much.
I'm sorry.
It's just how much they're hurting. Who's hurting the most?
I think the owner of the business, because we're trying to keep everyone working in team.
Yes.
We're trying to responsible a lot with all our team, make sure they have enough work to do and they still have a salary to go.
Yeah.
And also like we also try to do our best to keep our space so we can still open, we still have some production that setting up, and then people still knowing we are still alive, because I think the last 10 months it was bad, but our future is not now or last 10 months, it's more in the future.
And this is a great street, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it
Street
is.
240. It's
Yeah,
you know the
and
shops.
it's really expensive.
Oh yeah, I know. You can tell.
Yeah. It is very expensive, but it's also we have to be on this street because our target is mostly on this street.
Yeah. Oh, it's better than a mall. You know, you go to a mall anywhere they're all the same. You know, the only advantage of going to a mall is the air conditioning.
Yeah, it's just another side of business, part of business.
Yeah.
Like for everyone else who love those kind of different kind of business product. Like here is more unique.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You get handmade and.
Yeah. And it's also a lot about a future, but I don't know how we're going to survive more.
Now these are the things you made.
Yeah.
And you just do it by painting with your hands, you don't use paintbrushes.
I try to do everything very simple, like you don't need a lot of stuff to actually, you don't need to spend so much on the equipment to use.
Yes. Yeah, I understand that. I work the same way myself. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Do you have like some kind of contact that I can possibility to get some of video that you share?
Well, I just got a new Facebook friend. So remember Dee's books down there. We're coming to the end of the block. Of course, these streets go much further that way and towards town and back this way toward the riverfront. There is something at the end of the street on that big, was it Prince or Priya Norodom, was it? Boulevard. Some jewellery, I'm not going to go in. Some clothes, I'm not going to go in here either. But this is what's available outside of the malls. And we'll go down here to the corner because I have one more thing to show you, which is basically, you know, the boulevard where we started. Well, not basically, it is. That is what I want to show you. This is Monument Books. Monument Books, they're offering a big 10% discount at the moment. They have a huge English language section of everything, novels, fiction, books on Cambodia and Indochina, an excellent selection, and travel books in general, philosophy, and they do have a French section, and I think I've seen a German section in there. And you can see Monument Books when I go in there looking for books in my video. Phnom Penh goes quiet. Look at these lovely, lovely blossoms here. Blossoming plants. It's the end of winter. A winter that would equate with an Auckland summer. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you've enjoyed this little wander along streets 184 and 240 in Phnom Penh, Cambodia.